Welcome back to the tutorial. On this particular video, I will simply going to be showing us few things you can do to your output result, the phylogenic tree, to make it a bit more presentable, okay, in your write-up or presentation. Okay, this is the tree we built from our previous video. If you haven't watched that, you can refer to that to get it properly. Okay, by your right side, you can see all this can be reduced back. Okay, by your right hand side, you see all these options. Okay, these options are effects you can add to your to your file or to your tree. Okay, to your output to make it look more presentable, or add few other information into that. Okay, so this is what I have. Remember, you cannot edit the write-up of this particular file here, or this result here. Maybe you learned one of the organism is too long, or you want to reduce it. You can't edit that here. Rather, you have to do that in the file, in the notepad file, before you convert it to faster sequence. Okay, so this is what I have here. The first one I have here is the taxonomy name, or the taxon names. Okay, these are the different names here I have here. Okay, if I highlight it, can you see what that means? So these are the names you just generated. Okay, so I'll simply click on it back so you see what it stands for. Then this is trying to tell you what if you want to maybe increase the sizes or the font type and the rest of this particular taxon names. This option is where you do that. For instance, if I want to increase their sizes, this is 11. I can increase it by simply increasing the number here. Can you see as it's increasing? So I'll return this to 11. Okay, that's fine by me. Hide overlapping tidying, and then show taxon markers and the rest. These are things you can do you can actually do on this particular names. Okay, so after the names, the next thing you have is the layout. Okay, this layout is trying to show you or tell you how was the result displayed. Do you need to maybe modify the display a bit to look more presentable? Yes, I will say yes. This first one is the tree style, the toggle style, the auto size style, and the rest. I will simply okay, let me simply edit the sizing of this particular arrow keys here by simply clicking on this. Okay, did you see where I clicked? I simply clicked on this. Okay, and this is what I have. Okay, to resize it, I will have to click on this, drag. Okay, if I click on drag, you can see how my arrow has changed. So I'll double click and tap this to expand. Then if I click back and double click and shoot the other way, this is what trying to resize it also. Okay, backwards. So I need this to increase a bit, so I will simply increase that. Okay, this is fine by me. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I still need to reduce it a bit. Let me still reduce it a bit. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, so in order to make this particular files here, these names not too long here, you can simply edit it the same way I edited this as my target sequence. You can edit that on your at your notepad or wordpad or whatever faster editing file you have. Okay, just to reduce the name, you can just leave the names at these first names and their ascension numbers. You can leave the rest of these other long names to make your presentation a bit concise and good looking. Okay, so this is what I have for this. Then I can move on to the next one, the sub 3. If I need to do anything on the sub 3, but I don't really have anything to do at the sub 3. So the next one is your collapse and expand image. I don't have anything to edit there with respect to this. The next one is display caption. Okay, caption is just a little bit write up about your file. So I'll simply click on that. If I click on that, you can see what I've come up. Let me unclick that. you can see this. So I'll click on display caption. Display caption will tell you the principle behind the phylogenetic tree building. The software you are using here, this is Mega 11. It will tell you this is Mega 11. Okay. And the people that build that, and the principle or working principle of this, phylogenetic tree building. And it will also give you what the referencing, of those particular write-up you have up there. It's very important that if you're working with these two, to build your trees, you must, cite this particular document here to tell you that this is actually what you used, and these are the people that were involved or the principle behind that. That's what display caption helps you to do. Then the next option is what? The statistics. Okay. The next one is the statistics or frequency info. The statistics simply tells you about these particular numberings here. Okay. If you don't want these numberings to show, as some people do, you simply unhighlight the statistic here. Once you highlight it, the numbers what goes away. Okay. That's if you don't want to make use of the number. Is optional. Okay. So if I click on it back, it comes in. Okay. So I'll click on it off, then it will go. Well, let me open it again, the statistics. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, so this is it. Then these are the font. If you want the font of these numbers to change, you can edit it here. If you want the font size, for instance, if I increase the sizes here, you see the numbers as they are increasing. Okay, you see the numbers as they are increasing. I will just type 8 and return it to 8. Okay, this is what I have. Then and many other. The next one, distance 3 scale. Okay, I don't have much to do here. This is just referring to the lines. Okay, here if you want to edit the lines, you can do that, the font and the rest of this particular scaling. So this is majorly what you can edit on this particular file to make it a bit what presentable. Okay, as you can see that now. To now export our file, okay, this particular file here, from this tool to our working document, maybe MS Word or whatever file. What do? You simply what? Copy. Okay, if you come by the end here, you see what? Your copy. Okay, this is copy the three image to clipboard. Okay, you can save this as an image file, but if you save it as an image file, it will appear as a picture, okay, or a JPEG picture, which when expanded more or enlarged more may lose some contrast, okay, or become a bit blurred. But if you copy it as a tree, you just copy it as an image to your clipboard from here without saving it as a Word file, it looks more clear, it becomes more clear and contrasted. Okay, so this is simply what we do. After building it, you go to this option here and click on what? Copied. Okay, and by this, it has copied this to your what? To your clipboard. You can now paste this to any any file you're working with, or say MS Word, or any